What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I want to talk some more Final Fantasy TCG. I like the Final Fantasy TCG. I told you I was going to make more videos about it. That is absolutely the plan. So my request to all of you guys is that if you want me to do more videos on the Final Fantasy trading card game, if you like the Final Fantasy trading card game, do make sure you watch it, tell your friends, share it around, etc. If people watch these videos, I will do more because I really like the Final Fantasy TCG. It is a game that makes me rather happy indeed. What we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at a release schedule so that anyone that wants to get into the Final Fantasy TCG or anyone that's into it but just wants a nice little list can know exactly what's coming and when it's coming. Now, we should start off, as I like to do with these release schedules, just taking a quick look at the things that have released in the not-too-distant past. So the most recent set that released was Opus 13, which is Crystal Radiance. This one came out in March, and it features new multi-element combinations, free premium full art legend card reprints, new original artwork, and newly added title Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. And Lightning is very much the poster child for the particular set. Now, like all the sets, this did have a pre-release kit that came along with it, where you get your 9 booster packs, and then you get your sleeves featuring Lightning, obviously, and a rather pretty pre-release promo coming in with it as well. We also saw the release, and this is something which I wish other card games would do more, but we actually saw a release of the Chaos Boss deck, where you have 2 or 3 players against 1, where 2 or 3 players will party up as heroes to challenge the boss who controls a powerful boss deck. Now, this has previously been used at Final Fantasy events against staff, but they actually went and released it to the general public. I would love to see this coming around in more card games. This is very, very cool indeed. The other product that we did see released fairly recently was a 2-player starter deck based around Final Fantasy 14, which, to put it bluntly, I want to play, but I can't play, because I will get obsessed and I don't have the time. But this is just your standard deck where you get 2 complete decks that you can then play against each other, learn to play, etc. Although I say completely standard, each deck does come with 15 new starter cards, 3 cards each for 5 characters, and a couple of them are coming along as premium full art cards. So, and I like to see this from card games as well. We do see this as a kind of, well, yeah, I mean, it's a starter deck, don't get me wrong, but there are exclusive cards and there are a couple premium cards in there as well. So even if you are an obsessive fan that is picking up multiple boxes of each set, this is still going to give you something exclusive. So that's what's out. The next thing coming out is coming out in about a month and a half, and that is the Opus 14 Crystal Abyss pre-release kit. Now, this is something that has got me extremely excited because it has got one of the coolest pre-release cards I've seen, and I don't just mean for Final Fantasy, I mean for any card game we've seen. It's Tifa, and again, if you've played Final Fantasy VII, you will recognize this part of the game, but Tifa's cool, this scene is cool, the sky looks amazing, it's a full art, I adore this card. I'm probably going to have to pick up more than one of these pre-release kits just for how gosh darn cool this card looks. It also does come with exclusive sleeves, as all the Final Fantasy pre-release kits tend to do, but I'll be honest with you, the promo card for me is the draw here. And then, of course, because we got the pre-release, you probably won't be surprised to learn that just a week later, on August the 6th, we get the release of Opus 14 Crystal Abyss. Now, this is obviously the new expansion, booster boxes, all of that stuff. And the blurb we're given is that multi-element Fords, first introduced in Opus 12 and expanded in Opus 13, appear once again in Opus 14. With the inclusion of never-before-seen element combinations, players are sure to enjoy games that are even more refreshing and exciting than ever. And cards based on War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius also make their debut. So that kind of sounds like fun. Oh, and actually, while we're here, I should mention they have gone and officially revealed the box topper that you get for buying a box of the set. And it's full art Barrett. And I think I've kind of mentioned before that I'm a bit of a Final Fantasy VII fan. So this beautiful full art Barrett is the kind of thing that makes me go, great, now I have to go and get a box of the set. Yeah, full art foil version of that if you buy a box of the set. And I'm sorry, but as a box topper promo, that seems especially cool. Now, after that, we are moving to another 2-player starter set. So the one from Final Fantasy XIV is the one that we are running around with at the moment. But there is a new one coming, which is being based on the remake of Final Fantasy VII. And yes, I know Final Fantasy VII is getting a bit of rep lately, but that shouldn't really surprise anyone, because that is the most recent release in the video games. And obviously, right, the card game is made by Square Enix, or I think it's pronounced Square Enix, and they are definitely going to want to get the cross-promotion coming in. It is a very sensible thing to do indeed. Now, it is a 2-player starter set, so you get 2 individual decks. There is an Avalanche deck, which is a Fire and Earth build focused on, shockingly, Avalanche, and a Shinra deck, which is an Ice Lightning deck featuring, shockingly, Shinra. They're the bad guys. Once again, we've got 15 exclusive starter cards, 5 exclusive cards, 3 copies of each. 3 is a playset in Final Fantasy, but that is in each of the 2 decks. We've got 30 starter exclusive cards as a whole, which is very, very cool. And it's going to feature fan favourites like Rufus and Cloud. And I mean, if you look at the front of the box there, you've got Rufus and Cloud. So that should be pretty gosh darned obvious. Now, we have actually been shown the Cloud card in all of its glory, although it's got sample pasted across it, and as always at this stage, it is not final. They have confirmed who are going to feature on the starter deck cards. The Avalanche deck has got Wedge, Jesse, Barrett, Biggs, and Cloud, and the Shinra deck's got Seng, President Shinra, Rude, Reno, and Rufus. There are no premium foil cards in this product, which is slightly sad, but look at that full art Cloud and tell me that isn't extremely cool. I might have to call you a liar. And it is kind of fun to note, when they revealed the box topper Garrett, they also went and showed off that Jesse card as well. So if you want to take a look at the Jesse card, we've seen that one too. So that's going to be coming along on October the 22nd, and my Final Fantasy VII fanness is probably going to mean I have to pick that one up sooner rather than later. And we have actually then seen that the next set, Crystal Dominion, is going to be coming along on November the 26th. Now, actually slightly earlier than that, the pre-release kit is coming out on the 20th of November, which, I'll be honest with you, I was going to kind of guess that, but that has gone and been confirmed, which is kind of lovely. We haven't seen the pre-release kit for Crystal Dominion so far, which shouldn't really surprise anyone, right? We've just been shown a couple weeks ago the pre-release kit for Crystal Abyss. We wouldn't expect to see the next, it's not out till November the 26th. Pre-release kit isn't out till the 20th, so I wouldn't expect to have been shown it this soon, but just a fun little note that it is coming, and that is kind of awesome. And I am referring to it as Crystal Dominion, not Opus 15, because Final Fantasy are dropping the Opus numbers starting with this particular set, which I'm a big fan of because new players see Opus 15 and it gets kind of confusing. So with this set, they are switching to just calling it Crystal Dominion. And because they finished the Crystal Trilogy, they are coming with new stuff in here, and they say that a portion of the character abilities and summons will now appear with a new cost to be paid, called crystals, not the usual crystal points. Use abilities and more to gain crystals and experience a later strategy. Dice or counters can be used to keep track of the number of crystals, but Crystal Dominion includes 2 kinds of premium version crystal cards, and these can also be used during games. I like it when new stuff happens. This makes me very happy indeed. Legacy cards will also appear as they tend to do, popular cards coming back as premium full art cards, and in this set it's going to be Ace, Yasmat and Ash. And we have been shown some sample artwork from the set, but again, sample, not confirmed, etc. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what has just come out in the Final Fantasy trading card game, or come out recently, and what is coming out in the near future. So if you are looking to jump in, or you are a fan, you now should know what's coming out when, so you can plan accordingly. For me, it is just waiting to see when those pre-release kits go up for Opus 14. I am going to be so in on them. They look amazing. Seriously, that pre-release card is something else. And then probably having to, give in and buy a box of the set to get the Barrett box topper promo as well. Good news is, of course, when I buy this stuff, I'll do openings on the channel, and we'll do more Final Fantasy videos, and life will be good. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to mix up the Final Fantasy coverage a little bit here, trying to do videos that have been popular for my other games, but with Final Fantasy, because I want to talk more about the game, because it's such a fun game. I just want to try and get some videos which are going to be mildly popular. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know which of these products you're looking forward to, which of these you're going to be picking up. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about a whole bunch of card games, including Final Fantasy. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.